Hey there! In this video, you're going to learn 4 things that you can look at right now to improve your interviewing skills. And you're also going to learn the key that really makes setting yourself apart from the beginning a thing that you can do with no problem, and the biggest mistakes people normally make, which cost them the job. I'm Natalie Fisher. I am a speaker and I help new graduates or anyone who's lacking that experience to get those jobs they want using outside the box strategies. And I help you put you back in charge of your career so you're not waiting to hear back. Stay tuned. So the number one thing is to be aware that the interview itself is a skill that you need to master. So interviewing is a skill and you should treat it in that way. And most people don't do this. So you're already on the right track because you're seeking out tutorials to help you with your interviewing skills. So that's great. And don't ever stop doing that. Don't stop learning until you master those job offers, until you're getting those multiple job offers. Interviewing is a skill that you will master the more you do it and the more you practice, like anything else. So treat it as such and continue to study and prepare your very best that you can for each interview. I'm glad you're here and I'm going to be able to give you a head start so you're in the right place. 2, you're playing too small. A lot of people in our society have conditioned this process of interviewing to feel like the employer has all the power and the job seeker is nothing until they're hired. And it's like the job seeker's like, oh, please hire me. And the employer's like the king or queen up there on a pedestal. But don't buy into this myth because that's not how it is. The truth is that they need your help. They have a job opening because they need somebody to help them. So step up and be that person who can help them confidently. And approach your interview from the mind frame that you're a valuable person who will bring value into that role. Ask smart questions. And you're going to be somebody who's going to be able to provide them consulting and advice and information that they would need to pay for. Really, you want to be playing more of a game of they'd be lucky to have you than the game of, oh, I really hope they like me enough to hire me. So don't go overboard or be cocky. Just be confident and knowing that if you're hired, you're going to help them. You're going to provide them value. So just make sure that you're not selling yourself short on that and that you can stand in your worth and that you know how to show your value, which is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do. Number 3, be more specific. So you're not being specific enough. That's a very common reason why people do not get the job. This is something that happens a lot when answering questions. Most candidates brush over details and they don't really paint a full, clear picture of what they're doing. What you want to do is paint a full, concise, mouth-watering picture of the previous things you've done. So most candidates give generalities and they don't engage the interviewer, nor do they compel the interviewer to hire you or think to themselves, ooh, that's good. That person could really do this here. Interviewers like to hear stories. So that's what's going to make them see you as the type of employee that they want to hire. So you want to give them an insight into who you are as a human and what you do. A story that infuses your personality, your ability to do what they need done, and connects with them. Maybe it even makes them laugh, and that's a bonus. That means that they're really interested. 4, emphasize what you bring to the table. So you're not being relevant enough, maybe, is why lots of people get rejected for jobs, is they're not being relevant. They're not attaching what they do or how they do it or what they can do to the specific job that they're interviewing for. So being relevant then comes down to knowing a bit about what they need. And you can determine this by 1, doing some research beforehand, and 2, asking them some questions right in the interview. So when you're able to understand their specific needs and problems, you're able to have a much better conversation, a conversation that they're a lot more interested in than if you're just brushing over and talking about generalities. And there you have it, 4 specific things that you can do to improve upon your interviewing skills right now. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, answering questions is one thing, but there's a lot more to it. Interviewing is a skill. Remember, we talked about this. In fact, if you answer the questions and that's all you do, you're going to fail the interview most of the time because you need to consider the entire strategy. So that's what we're talking about. So if you'd like to get started right away with me, I have a free guide. You can download it below. And what you're going to get in this free guide is the formula of how to tell your stories effectively so you can communicate that mouth-watering value with every answer that you give them. You're going to get fill in the blank templates for 10 example answers. So you're going to get the 10 most commonly asked with the 10 example answers. They all break down with the formula. Very specific, very in-depth. And then you'll get the fill in the blank template so you can fill in your own stories. And from having worked with so many people, I can tell you that it's not easy all the time to come up with those stories. So I've given you a little cheat sheet. It's 25 questions where you can ask yourself those questions. You can ask your former coworkers or your friends or classmates, and they can help you come up with stories too. And this all comes in a beautifully designed workbook that's specifically prepared to help you prepare for that next interview coming up. And you're going to be able to do it a lot more effectively and a lot faster. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye.